What is going on, everybody? We are back with another CCW review. I'm Nick,
I'm Joe.
and we are covering Raw from December 1st, 2025. And I actually really loved this episode of Raw. Joe seems to have not liked it hardly at all.
Nothing happened.
Oh,
Nothing happened.
a lot happened.
All Judgment Day adjacent.
Only a couple things were Judgment Day adjacent.
Let's see. I know the matches and stuff, but I, who was the biggest star on the show?
Probably LA Knight. Yeah.
And that ought to tell you everything you need to know. Even though their match wasn't bad,
He's a top fucking
look,
star. What are you talking about?
Jay's a bigger star than he is.
Oh, dude.
He is.
Jay
He's
can
been a.
fuck off for all I care.
I didn't say he was a better wrestler. I said he's just a bigger star. Been in the ecosystem longer. He'd been there since day one, Oos.
Oh, he is technically a bigger star, but that is only because they will not pull the trigger on LA Knight. It has nothing to do with how long Jay's been there. If LA Knight would have actually been crowned a champion sometime within the last 6 to 8 months, he would have skyrocketed.
I don't disagree with that. I like LA Knight.
And this is somebody, by the way, guys, who I haven't even started liking LA Knight till within the last 2 to 3 months. I used to dislike this guy immensely.
Yep. He said he was some weird Timu Rock in
Austin hybrid.
Austin. Yep.
I mean, he
Which
still is.
He is.
but it's grown on me. It's grown on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's just the yeah. Maybe he is also just a catchphrase for me. I don't know.
No, that's most WWE wrestlers. Yeet.
But we are in Arizona. Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett are commentating. Apparently, they felt like standing in the crowd to start the show. It was a little weird. Usually, they're off to the side or sitting at the table, and this time they was just like, "Yeah, no, we're just gonna go stand next to these people."
Shake it up.
We open the night with an in-ring segment. Rhea and Io come to the ring. Rhea said they won the war, but the fight isn't over, which, by the way, means you didn't win the war. So I just wanted to explain that. Like, the war ends when you stop fighting. I just wanted to throw that out there.
That is the definition of the end of a war. Yes. Peace.
But this is wrestling, so there shall be no peace. They want the tag titles from the Kabuki Warriors. And apparently they're now calling themselves Rio. And I'm tired of this life. Please rescue me.
I mean, they don't have anything for them. They can't just go after Stephanie Vacure because I'm sure they're saving those matches for a more interesting time.
Liv is about to, is what that boils down to.
Yeah. To their credit, they are trying to give us fresh matchups, I guess.
They are. And this boils down and turns into probably my most intriguing whole thing of the night by the time it's over. Because it really shows what ends up becoming the strength that is this tag women's division. They've got hella good tag teams.
Yeah.
It's probably as strong as it's ever been, to be honest. But of course, Io's like, no one is ready for Riho. And then I told you, dude, it makes me so mad. I'm so mad. Like, people need to. Okay, there's only one team I will gladly combine their names together, and that's AJ Lee, because it's funny. But this is stupid. It's also stupid when AEW does it. This is not a favoritism thing, guys. I hate it. Stop combining names together and calling them a tag team that way. It's stupid.
Jet Speed.
Yeah, Jet Speed. Yeah, but that's not even their wrestling names.
He's Kevin Jet Knight.
No. He has never been considered Kevin Jet Knight. He has always just been Kevin Knight.
The Jet Kevin Knight.
Like, it was
Where the fuck did the jet part come from?
I have no clue. I am curious though as to why. Like, okay, so there have been instances of people combining their names together in the history of tag teaming that it has been pretty fun because, like, you had like RK Bro, which was funny. As much as I absolutely dislike Orton's tag partner at that time, I did like the name.
Rated RKO.
There was Rated RKO. Basically, any combination of RKO.
The Rock and Sock connection.
Yeah, the Rock and Sock. But see, that's not just throwing two names together. That's actually creating something brand new out of it, right? That's not just combining shit.
Well, Rated RKO is not his name. It's not his name, though.
No, but you're still talking about combining monikers and stuff like that, right? Whereas the Rock and Sock connection, yeah, you're mentioning Rock and Sock, but the connection has nothing to do with either of their actual monikers. It's like
we're splitting hairs.
Oh no, there's a huge difference to me. Huge difference. Which they were just a comedy tag team anyways. But no, I do think it's funny that it used to be more acceptable even by my standards from like 10, 15 years ago, but over the last 10 years, it's started to really annoy the shit out of me. Come up with something creative, damn it. And then they're interrupted by Charlotte and Bliss, as expected. Bliss and Charlotte want their rematch for the titles. And at that point, Charlotte tells them to prove that they're better than them. And everyone agrees to a tag match tonight on Raw.
Just waiting for Adam Pearce to make it official.
Oh. So backstage, Adam Pearce is talking on the phone with Nick Aldis. And he's like, yeah, they're they're kind of your superstars too. I just want to make sure you're okay with it. So he was finalizing the officialness of said tag match. Ivy Niles shows up and she's like, I want to be the first person to go again for the IC title. And Pearce just pretty much was like, okay. We'll set that up. Why not? But he's got to wait for old girl to finish training with Natalya, which we'll talk a little bit more about later. Braun and Heyman then show up, and they're there to talk and have no clue who was under the mask. I was waiting, by the way. So when he was like, who was under the mask, Heyman? And Heyman was like, why do everybody think that I know who's under the mask? I was waiting for him to go, I actually do know who's under the mask, but why does everybody think that I... It did not go that way.
No, because he needed something, so he's not gonna out it when he needs to get Breakker his tag match.
His championship match, not tag match. So...
Oh, yeah, championship match.
He basically just tells Pearce, he's like, hey, Breakker pinned your world champ. We have a lot to talk about. So they go inside the dressing room. More on that later. So then we get the Last Time Is Now semifinals match, which was Jey Uso versus LA Knight.
I legit, until they showed the brackets, forgot Jey Uso was in this fucking tournament.
So I knew this was tonight, even before coming into this. Because Jey Uso, who did he beat first round? He beat somebody first round, and everybody was like, why?
His other matches must have been on SmackDown, is all I'm going to say.
I mean, it's a possibility. Who did Jey Uso beat in the first round of them?
Last Time Is
Now tournament. Spell it correctly, damn it. Oh no, so he beat Miz first round. That wasn't the one that everyone was mad about. Was it the second one?
He beat Miz and he beat Rusev.
Actually, it was the Miz that everyone was mad about. So he beat Miz, and everybody was like, why did Jey Uso beat the Miz when the Miz is the one that actually has history with Cena? And I was like, for me, I was more mad that Jey Uso beat the Miz because it's fucking Jey Uso. That was my problem. Which people were just, mad over stupid shit because we all know who's winning this tournament.
Yeah, the guy who had the best match on the show.
He did. And actually, funny enough, this match was almost my match of the night. Almost. Because I actually thought Jey Uso and LA Knight worked pretty well together tonight.
Well, they've wrestled several times, so
This didn't seem
this was a good match.
Super sloppy like Jay's usually are up until that last hug. He was pretty on point, and then he did his stupid like crossbody hug one, and then I was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Well, LA Knight kind of slipped off the ropes when he went to do his jumping superplex too. So there was some spots that were not clean, but they recovered well and kept it going.
And one of the things I did like about this is, in terms of story, this is probably the best match of the tournament so far, just because of how much history these two have together.
I would agree with that.
And I'm just going based off story. Wrestling wise, no, but story wise, there was actually
because they were feuding for the number one contendership
with Punk. It was a three-way
with Punk.
Three-way jerk.
Month and a half ago.
Yeah, three-way circle jerk. And yeah, so LA Knight. A couple spots I wanted to point out. LA Knight hit one of my favorite moves in wrestling, which was a burning hammer. Although thankfully they do the burning hammer much more safely now than they did, 30 years ago, 20 years ago.
You mean he didn't drop him right on the fucking top of his head?
Yeah, they don't drop them on their shoulders like they used to. That's how they used to do the burning hammers. They'd try to drop them on their shoulders, but that's why it was always deemed so dangerous, because they almost never actually landed on their shoulders. So yeah, now they actually flip them fully over onto their face, and I was like, that's a much safer way to do that move. Jay's first spear he hit, Knight managed to kick out of. And that was actually a good-looking spear by Jay standards. But then he did his weird running hug, which I don't like. And then he hit an Uso splash, or tadpole splash, as I like to call it. Oh no, that wasn't Uso. My bad. That's Dom. Same difference. It's just a fucking splash. So he went to go pin. After the splash, Knight ended up rolling him up out of the pin, which I almost suspected happened because Uso didn't go straight into the pin. He pinned a specific way instead of laying on him like he would normally do.
Yep.
But he rolled him up, got the win, and I put, "Let's go LA!" And then post-match, we get Jay throwing a temper tantrum because he was upset that he lost, and he annoys the shit out of me. Even more than this later tonight. But we'll talk about it more later. Backstage, Lyra. I put Lyra and Valkyria. God damn it. Bayley and Lyra want to also get into the tag title hunt. Pierce says that they're under consideration. Then the Kabuki Warriors show up and actually blame their loss at War Games on Bayley for not joining them, which makes me laugh. Bayley ends up calling them idiots, and then Asuka's like, "I'm a champ, what are you? You're not even in the main event, Charlotte is." And I was like, that's only because they beat him to the punch. Pierce is all about giving anybody any shot they need or want.
Well, he acts annoyed by it, but you're not wrong.
And then my next sentence is, "Oh God, now I got to listen to Dom." So, the Judgment Day come out, and Dom says that if John was the greatest of all time and he beat John, that pretty much makes him both the greatest Mysterio ever and the greatest luchador of all time. But then he basically says that he couldn't do it without Liv, at which point Liv's music hits. Liv comes out and cuts what has to be the most annoying promo this woman has ever cut in her life.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Like, I'm a fan of Liv, and I like a lot of
too.
What she's done even within Judgment Day, but this promo sucked.
I'm afraid we're going to get Judgment Day like how it was before she left and got hurt, and where it was go away heat for the Judgment Day.
Right.
I don't know what they could do to make this interesting. My problem with this version of Liv specifically
is everything came out very screamy, and it gave me like fucking vibes of, oh, what's her face, the excuse me chick that I can't fucking stand,
Vickie Guerrero.
Vickie Guerrero. It gave me Vickie Guerrero vibes, dude. And I was like, get off the mic. Like, there's no reason to be this shrill when you speak.
That may just be her voice.
Oh, there's no way, dude, because I've never been this annoyed with any of her promos before.
She's been gone a while.
But she basically comes out, says John didn't see her coming because she thinks she's funny. Liv is happy to see everyone, but she's heard some things about the Judgment Day. She's heard that they're weak. She's heard that they've lost some of their gold, and she's heard that they're falling apart. But all that changes now. She says they're coming for everything that is theirs, and they officially run Monday Night Raw. She then slaps Dom and then jumps in his arms because that's normal. And I'm super curious overall what exactly is going on, because I swear to you, it feels like they have been falling apart. But over the last like 3 weeks, everything's just been perfectly fine. And everyone's just been helping each other again. Like, did Hunter just all of a sudden go, you know what? I think we're just going to keep them together. Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
It feels weird. It feels really disjointed with how everything had been going for so long. Like, I was even expecting like Roxanne to be like side eye and
a little scared,
and evil eyeing Liv, and she was just perfectly fine. And then like nothing.
It's like all the stuff they were building while she was gone just disappeared.
Yeah, it just didn't happen. And I'm not a fan of just dropping stories that are being built like that. I never have been. As a matter of fact, this exact same thing would be something that 2 years ago WWE fans would have been complaining that AEW had done.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. Then we get a Natalya training Maxine vignette. And I'll be honest, it was actually really well put together.
It was. I liked it. But then again, I like Natty.
It was basically mostly like she was training, and Natalya was like, again. And then finally she's like, all right, do it to me. Which, by the way, sounds really sketchy out of context. But then like something messes up, and Natty goes to walk away, and then Maxine's like, again. And then Natty smiles, and that was pretty much it.
Yep.
So I am interested to see where this goes. I don't think Maxine's going to come back that much better, but I'm at least interested to see where it goes.
Well, it was just a vignette.
It's inevitably.
It ain't going to make her any better of a wrestler.
It's inevitably building up for Natty to take the title off of her. That's my guess.
And I'm for it. If we get the intense Natty that we're getting in these vignettes,
we won't. We're gonna get the shitty Natty we got in 2017 or Hell in a Cell.
We're gonna get smiling Natty.
Boring.
Just smile at the camera.
Just boring ass Natty. Backstage, Pierce tells the ref to keep an eye on Heyman. He wants the ref to ask around and report back on what he hears as far as this masked man. Rumors of like, oh, there was also rumors being thrown around, by the way, throughout the night of like, oh, people saw Seth walking around without a sling. Guys, he just had surgery. Not happening.
Well, they're trying to play into the last time he was hurt, he wasn't really hurt.
Yeah, but they don't understand we're not that stupid. Like, you did it once. But we also all really know he has to get surgery. We also know, by the way, that judging by body size, the person in the ring absolutely could not have been Seth Rollins. He was not skinny enough. It would look more like his wife again.
Yeah, she did that. Wow, they're just recycling shit. Because she did that to help Seth retain.
Yeah, but she did it and immediately showed who she was after it was done. But if it was Seth,
I know,
he'd be
but
wearing
it's still
the.
the same thing.
If it was Seth, though, we all know he'd be wearing the same size outfit she was wearing, so it's absolutely not him.
Yeah.
Match 2, WWE Tag Team Championship match. I wrote in AJ Lee versus the New Day. So I actually really liked this match. Still not my match of the night, but it was pretty good.
It was fine. I don't have anything against it.
Oh, there are some things I definitely have against it, but first and foremost, I still hate that Dragon Lee tries to do the Hidden Blade now. Notice I said tries. He's not very good at it. Probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And dude, the amount of annoyance I had when they tried to do which, don't get me wrong, super smoothly done and looked really nice. However, when they did where the person's draped over the ropes and then somebody stomps them into what ended up being the Styles Clash, even though the Bucks, when they do it, it's a power bomb. I feel like I feel like they are
they springboard them off the ropes by
stomping on
essentially
them.
Stomping on
them. I think this shit's absolutely blatantly on purpose at this point.
Oh, sure.
Which, I'm gonna be honest with you, if there was anybody that absolutely would not care about somebody doing their move, it's gonna be Will Ospreay. I don't think he gives a shit. I would be interested to see what the Bucks think as far as people using alternate versions of what they do. But to be fair, they took it from somebody on the Indies, I think, so I don't think they would have the right to be mad either. I don't know. But like I said, it was very smoothly done. It looked good.
Yeah, it was fine.
So I'll give them that.
I mean, these guys are good wrestlers, so I mean,
right.
I don't expect things to look bad, but I don't know. I'm getting kind of sick of the New Day.
Well, this one, they just wrestled though. I mean, it wasn't.
I know, but
they didn't have a promo anywhere. Just a match.
It's weird. They always feel like they're either overexposed or underexposed. It's like there's no like middle ground for some reason with them.
I was saying this is the first time we've seen him
wrestle in a while. Yes, you're not wrong. They've just been complaining a lot.
I would like for them to stop doing the stupid morning gimmick, because it's like you've dragged it out for 3 months.
Yeah, it's played out.
It's just kind of over the top at this point. We get a backstage segment. Stephanie Vaquer is like, "Hey, if you betray me, you'll burn," and she's ready for the next challenger. And that's when Liv Morgan steps into frame, and she's like, "Hey, I'm back, and congrats, by the way." I think these two would have a pretty decent match as long as Liv gets a couple matches under her belt before they go one-on-one.
Yeah, you don't want that to be the you don't want that to be the first match.
No. We get an in-ring segment where the Vision come out to annoy me specifically.
Oh, dude, this segment was so bad.
So I actually ended up liking Breaker's promo. I thought his was fun.
That's the part I didn't like.
Paul came out and was like, "I want to shout out everyone," which, you know, I'm overhearing Paul speak. I'm gonna be honest with you. He talks a lot, man, a lot. He's like Don Callis levels of talks a lot.
Well, he has to, because everybody in that group is a terrible promo.
On the most part, I would agree with you, but I actually think even Logan's part tonight was actually done pretty well.
I hate seeing Logan Paul, and even if it was good, I wouldn't think it was good. I just hate that dude.
Breaker cuts what I thought was a pretty damn good promo. Says he was disappointed at how easy it was to pin Punk, and bums that the guy he grew up watching was just a soft ass bitch. Basically said that AJ is a bigger star than he is, which is the only thing I feel like out of everything he said that doesn't make sense.
I just felt like he was screaming at me.
He was screaming by the end of it. He said, Saturday you tried to break my neck and take everything away from me, so I'm going to ruin your life.
No, you tried to break your own neck because you don't know how to take a bump.
Aw, poor Joe. He was struggling with this.
I did not enjoy this show all that much.
I think it's the second best Raw probably this year. I really liked it.
Ooh.
That
is...
He said something about Punk telling him at some point, congrats backstage. I think it was when he first got back. And he said, let's see if you can cut a promo in front of people or some shit like that.
I'm still waiting on that.
And you can say that. I think he cut a damn good promo here.
I want to like him, but I'm not there yet.
I don't think you want to.
I do. He's super talented as far as like wrestling and moves. But he is a lot on the microphone. And by a lot, I mean just screamy.
It doesn't bother me. Like I said, I thought it was really enjoyable. I had a good time with it. Up until I think he stuttered once, which I was surprised he didn't stutter more because he was going. I liked the intensity. I'm confused though by the end of it because he slammed the mic down and then walked out, and I don't know if they were supposed to stick around and say a little bit more, and he just jumped the gun because he was so fired up.
Yeah, he does amp himself up.
But that was the end of it. Backstage, Jay is walking out of the arena, and Jackie's trying to talk to him, and he's not responding to anything she asks.
He's talking to himself like a nut.
Yeah, and she finally says something. She says something along the lines of, "Braun is the number one contender for the world title. What do you think about that?" And he finally that's what finally gets him to say something. And he's like, "I don't give a damn about Braun. I don't give a damn about the Vision." He's like, "There's a lot of people in my head, and they need to get out." Roman said it best. That title looks better on Roman's shoulders, not mine. And immediately made me hate this motherfucker more than anyone else in this fucking company. And I was already like. He just stepped above Nia for me.
Don't be a little bitch.
Like, listen, dude. Like, and I'm being honest with this. Like, super whiny, super bitchy. I don't like that character trait. It's why I hate Cloud in Final Fantasy. That is my number one pet peeve character trait. Don't be a whiny bitch. And this motherfucker is all sad and shit because he's not hacking it. Like, dude, you have probably the biggest fan following right now in wrestling.
They're all children. Not that that's a bad thing.
Because
Cena made a fucking career off of it.
Cena made a career out of that. And it's not they're all children. Do you not see the entire crowd every time he's out? That's not all children. It's not 6,000 to 17,000 kids in the fucking audience.
He's an intro.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you. People love it.
The WWE fan base, well, they're conditioned to just pop for intros and finishes.
I'm not debating that. I agree. Regardless of how bad we think the WWE casual audience is, he's still the most over person in the WWE.
I'd say Punk's over more than that, but I see your point.
In Chicago, yeah.
Pretty much everywhere, but
people
do get up for his intro.
There's not near as many people that get into CM Punk coming out as they do Jay coming out.
Sure they do.
No, they don't.
They pipe in all the rest of the people.
No, they fucking don't. Stop it.
It's just me, Oos.
Look, I hate the motherfucker more than you do, all right? But I'm not going to sit here and lie to myself over it. But nah, he's just being a whiny bitch. And I don't... This whole, man, Roman was right. It's better on him than me. Get the fuck off my TV, dude. Come back when you grow a fucking pair.
Yeah, I don't understand what they're hoping to accomplish. Like, if they were going to do the heel turn, they should have done that. They actually didn't do that to keep him face for whatever reason, probably the war games and stuff. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like you missed the boat on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't stand him. Hopefully, when he does come back, which will be next week, um, he's not crying into his fucking hands again or whatever. I'm just done. I'm done with him. I'm done. He sucks. And then we get my match of the night.
It is the match of the night.
Which, by the way, I would never have thought in any point that I have ever doing this would think Solo
match.
would be involved in a match. But dude, these two actually did really well together.
To be fair, it was a Gunther match.
I actually think they both did really well.
I agree. Even the tall one didn't fuck it up for him.
Like there was even a couple spot so this is the first time I've seen Solo since being in the original Bloodline.
Where he looks strong.
Where he actually looked like a big man.
Yeah.
Like they even did this thing that I really liked. Where him and Gunther were trading some hits. And they were bouncing off the ropes and clotheslining each other and stuff. And Solo goes to they're running at each other, and then Gunther stops to do a chop, and as he chops, Solo just runs right through it like it didn't bother him at all. And then he came off the ropes and landed a really big clothesline on Gunther. I just this is how I want to see Solo portrayed if you're going to portray him in any way on TV. Like it wasn't
his normal SmackDown presentation where he looks like a joke.
Right. He wasn't doing like stupid silly taunts throughout the match trying to like make fun of his opponent. Like they were going at it.
Yep.
And it was just really well done. I also loved the end of the match. Like so Taller Tonga started to interfere and the ref caught them. And Gunther gets out of it by kicking Taller in the nuts. And then basically slamming Solo's thumb into the ring and sliding him back in. So he slides in with Solo. The ref's completely still distracted by trying to figure out what the hell's going on with Taller. And Gunther looks at the crowd, shrugs, and then just full on kicks Solo in the balls.
Yep. I love it when heels cheat to beat other heels.
Exactly. He's in Powerbomb Solo, which I didn't know he was going to be able to lift his big ass up. Big props to Gunther. And then gets the pin. Gets the win.
Yep. So for the finals of The Last Time Is Now, we get La Knight versus Gunther.
Which I'm here for. Which I felt was going to be the finals from the very beginning anyways. And I still think Gunther's going to win.
Sure. Even though I think Gunther doesn't need it.
I don't think either of them need it. And we will talk about that after this is over, by the way. Well, after we get through the show. I have a weird thought. So, backstage, the ref, post-match, LA Knight came in and talked some shit and then left. Nothing worth note. He was just like, basically like, I'm gonna whoop your ass, and then walked out. Completely unnecessary. Could have saved that 7 minutes. And it wasn't even 7 minutes. I'm sorry. I could have saved that minute. Absolutely pointless.
I was about to say, it wasn't that damn long.
And it's like LA Knight didn't even come out with his music or anything. He just walked out.
No, he just walked out.
Gotten Walter's face, and yes, I called him Walter. And and then walked out, and that was it. And like Gunther smiled at him, and he's like, "See you next week," or "See you Thursday, Friday, whatever."
It's Friday because the last time is now is very soon.
Yes, 2 weeks.
I was about to say it's not this weekend, but it's the following.
Backstage, the ref is like, "Yo, no one's saying anything," and Pierce is like, "All right, cool, thanks. Let me know if you hear anything." Um, AJ and Lee show up, saying they want a tag title match next week too, and they picked the War Raiders. They said they never got their rematch, and Pierce was like, "All
I
right."
think we need to start clarifying that it's AJ Styles and Dragon Lee.
To be fair, I did say AJ and Lee.
Oh, it just sounded like you said AJ Lee.
Um,
But I trust you.
but yeah, Pierce is like, "Sounds good." Moves on. Backstage again, Ray was being interviewed, and he's thinking of going for the IC title. Logan walks up and he's like, "Hey, that title's coming to the Vision."
I groaned so loudly.
And he's like, "You need to step down." And Ray's like, "Who's gonna stop me, Bendejo?" And then Logan says, "I ain't just gonna stop you. I'm gonna retire you." And then Ray slapped the shit out that man. I actually thought it was a really good segment between Logan and Ray. I know you hate Logan. I'm not a fan of him either, but he did well.
I do like Ray though.
He did well, and I think they'll actually have a pretty good match.
He's like, I was on my way to my private jet, and I just audibly groaned. I just hate hearing him talk.
This is one of the few times I've not had a problem with him talking because it wasn't like grandstand middle of the ring type conversation. It actually felt legit like he was just talking to somebody else. But yeah. And then we get what was almost my match of the night until the stupid ending. Charlotte and Alexa Bliss versus Rhea and Io Sky for the number one contendership to the tag titles. These women were mostly killing it up until Rhea accidentally dropped Charlotte when trying to pick her up.
Well, she picked her up too quickly, and Charlotte is long, so the weight distribution was
Not
weird, and she she just toppled over backwards. But they reset, and it was fine. The match itself was pretty good. It just, man, that ending was hellaciously overbooked.
We're having a great match, and then all of a sudden the Kabuki Warriors run, which I expected, by the way, from the very beginning.
Sure, they're setting up a multi-tag title match.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be a 3-way tag title match. And
fuck, there was like 8 teams out there.
I know. I'm saying earlier in the night.
I get you.
I figured the Kabuki Warriors were going to interfere in this match, and I figured they were going to set it up for a triple threat tag match. And then way more than ever needed to happen happened.
You had 5 teams.
The Kabuki Warriors came in, and then they started attacking both teams. And then all of a sudden, Bayley and Valkyria run in, and they start fighting with the Kabuki Warriors. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you had the entirety of the trio of women from the Judgment Day come in, and they pretty much finish wiping everybody out. And in the end, Roxanne goes to give the title to Liv. Liv takes it, looks at it, shakes her head, and gives it back to Roxanne, and then holds both Roxanne and Raquel's hands up. Which, again, confuses me. Like, how do you not go with the obvious angle of Liv being mad that Roxanne could have been the sole reason the Judgment Day lost the tag titles in the first place because she couldn't hack it and keep up with Liv? Like, how do you not go that route? Has it not felt like the entire time Liv's been gone, they've been building towards what will inevitably be Liv versus Roxanne?
Yep. I think now they're rushing a title match between Liv and Valkyrie, but they still are putting the rest of the Judgment Day in the tag thing.
I hate it. It's so dumb.
Yeah. I think the more interesting thing is Liv coming back as a babyface and just tearing that team apart so everybody can do something the fuck else.
The only thing I'm hoping for is we're being thrown for a ruse. And that is what's going to happen.
This is just week 1 of her returning, so.
Like, a part of me is like, man, I really hope she just does what she needs to do to start planting the seeds of distrust within the group. And then get them, like, that's all I got. Because I'm like you, I don't want the Judgment Day around anymore. I'm done with the Judgment Day. I want Finn Balor to do shit on him. Well, honestly, him and JD could still be a tag team if they really wanted to. They don't have to be a part of Judgment Day.
Right.
This brings me to something somebody mentioned in one of the many, many videos that I watched of people reviewing War Games.
Pay-per-view. Yeah.
I have actually changed my stance on what I think is going to happen.
Uh-oh.
I think Cena's going to win his last match because neither of the guys that are left need to beat John Cena. I think Cena is going to win his last match, and I'll tell you why I think Cena's going to win his last match. I think Cena's going to win because they're going to rub it in my fucking face for the next 10 to 15 years that Dominic fucking Mysterio is the last person to beat John Cena.
I could see that.
And I'm not bullshitting. I legit, like, in fact, I'll tell you who said it. It was fucking WrestleJuice, dude. And the moment he said it, it was like the fucking,
it just made sense.
The skies were clearing, and I went, you have got to be shitting me.
Well, I mean, that's the whole reason I picked Dom to win the match, because like we just said, Gunther and LA Knight don't really need the shine, right?
Right.
Dom needs the shine more than they do.
No, the fuck he doesn't. He needs to go away.
Just because you don't like him doesn't mean...
Dude,
sounds like some stuff I heard earlier.
He's terrible in the ring, though. There's a difference.
His gimmick is good, though.
No, his gimmick is great. I would never take that from him. He's really good with his gimmick. I just wish his gimmick would be, being a manager for somebody else, because I can't stand him as a wrestler, dude. I hate him so much as a wrestler.
You know what the bad thing is? He has improved.
No, he's gotten better. Dude, if you ever go back and watch like his first couple of matches when he was teaming with his dad.
Oh, it's rough, dude.
Oh, it's rough.
He'd get blown up really quick. He had no endurance, and he's not got much of a physique.
I will always also admit, by the way, I am extra critical on him because of who his family is. But you know what? That's the cost of being a fucking Mysterio, all right? Figure it out.
Yep. You have a great resource that nobody else has. Utilize it.
You might have to kneel down to talk to him at this point, but he's there.
Well, he should be used to that. He's been taller than his dad since he was like 8 years old.
Right. But no, I do think that is what's going to happen. I do think Cena's going to win his last match. Because since it's Cena, I can also see Triple H being like, you know what, we'll let him go out on top. And then I'm going to have to deal with Dom for the rest of probably my life, using that as an excuse to irritate the fuck out of me.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. And it's going to be all the time, dude. It's going to be all the time.
All the time. I was the last person to beat John Cena. It's going to be in every promo.
It is. It's going to be fucking Becky Lynch all over again.
And I'm not just saying it. Lots of people are saying it. Bleacher Report is saying
it. He just can't say it yet because Cena's got one more match. So.
Right.
Ugh.
That's what I said when Logan Paul started talking.
I would be perfectly fine with wrong Mysterio. With Dom going to CMLL and never being heard from on fucking Raw or SmackDown ever again. Go be the mega champion and go wrestle fucking Alberto.
I still keep saying it. I'm ready for a draft. I'm ready for a roster shakeup.
Honestly,
I know we're not getting it until after Mania, but we need it bad.
There is a chance, by the way, guys, for future reference, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, too. I didn't like Eddie for most of my childhood. And I eventually learned to like. I eventually got to liking him towards the end of his career. Well, life, whatever.
Once he was lying and cheating and stealing.
Yeah. There is a slight chance that I could actually learn to start liking Dom, but it's absolutely going to take getting him out of Judgment Day to start.
Yeah.
And figuring something else out in terms of like, I don't know what that something else is. Wrestling is one of them. And then
we were liking him quite a bit when he was doing all those
the Eddie spots,
cute finishes, all the little cute finishes that he was doing and winning and beating all the people he shouldn't have been beating.
Well, yeah, because he was doing the Eddie spots, and it's more because we love Eddie than because he was doing it.
Well, I don't remember Eddie stealing the ring bell hammer and shit, but
no, but the title thing and using weapons and pretending to be out and that's all Eddie.
But those things were never working for him. Well, they had worked in the past, but then those things stopped working for him, so he had to improvise. I don't know. The improvisation was doing a lot for him.
It was, but there comes a point in time where you run out of ideas.
Yeah, you can't. Oh, yeah, the dude is totally not sustainable, but
at some point he's going to have to learn how to actually wrestle.
Agreed. Because
that is one thing Eddie has always had. Like my beef with Eddie was never his ability in ring. My beef with Eddie was I just found him fucking annoying. And then, like I said, once he actually really once he was in WWE for about 5 years, it really started to grow on me.
5 years.
It took a while.
Once he had finally wore me down.
Once I realized he wasn't going anywhere, and then he died, and it sucked. But yeah, no, it was. I liked tonight's show. I thought overall it was pretty good. I might have
fine. There was nothing wrong with the wrestling. The wrestling's
the best it's been in a while.
Average to good. Yeah, I mean it was average to good.
Listen, every single person in this match put on almost a better show, wrestling wise, than whatever the fuck Saturday was.
Board games.
Board games, more like it.
Well, and board. I didn't want to confuse people because board games are actually board games.
My bad. I thought you said war.
No, I said bore, as in boring.
Gotcha.
Yes, B-O-R-E.
I still think it's crazy that so many people love the shark cages, dude. Like everyone,
I don't get it.
Was reviewing it and was like, "I miss the shark cages." There's so much story that would get told inside those shark cages during the match, and I'm like, that's like the one thing I didn't care about.
There was one spot that was considered story, and it was when Roman stopped Punk from exiting and had Sammy go instead. That was literally the only fucking thing that came from those shark cages.
Listen.
Everything else was them just bumbly sitting there fucking looking uncomfortable.
You know what would have been an even better moment shark cage-wise? I need somebody to grab let them carry the weapons into the cage themselves, right? So they can hold on to the weapons that they're going to take down if you're going to have the cages. And then I absolutely need a heel to take a kendo stick and poke inside the other fucking cage before they go down.
They had something like that happen last year.
Did they?
Or it was the year before where somebody did something to provoke the people in the other cage. It's always a bad guy doing it to the good guys.
It was but it wasn't weapon induced. It was going over to the cage and then like flexing on them and getting in their face.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're trapped in the cage. It'd be fun to watch them poke the bear, so to speak.
Remember how we saw the Usos get trapped, or the one Uso get trapped in the corner?
Yes.
With the kendo sticks. That's what they should do. The heels get the the advantage, and then instead of letting the last person out of the cage on the one people's sides, they lock them in with the thing so they can't actually get in. I know you can't start the match until everybody's in,
but could you imagine wrapping the chain all the way around and then like locking it in place so they couldn't get out, and then watching them sit there knowing damn well they could just squeeze through the fucking bars, but they still won't because they got to keep that optical illusion that they're actually trapped inside.
It's like it's like the elimination chamber pods that is just plastic that they could rip and get out at any time.
Right.
And some of them accidentally have.
but then the person you try to send out is JD McDonough, and he actually can't get out because that head is too goddamn big to fit between the bars.
The rest of him's outside of it, but he can't get his head through.
Listen, they should hire us as writers. We've got this.
Right?
We've got this.
By the way, super talented guy, but God, the melon on that kid.
Oh no, I love JD, and the more he wrestles, the more I like him as a wrestler. But I feel like his Funko Pop is just a fucking 1-to-1 size toy. I don't. Oh man, that head is so big.
Yeah, it is.
Him and fucking who's the one in AEW that we always joke about? Also having a huge fucking noggin. Oh, Adam Cole. Dude,
well, that's more you than me.
I swear to God, if they'd have stuck them in a tag team in WWE back when Adam Cole was there.
The Bobbleheads.
Well, no, they'd have a real tag name of some sort. But, like, I swear, I would look at them and be like, oh, my God. Adam Cole's is his own damn fault, though, dude. The dude leaned up a lot before going and debuting in AEW, and then he just looked like a skinny twig with a fucking giant noggin.
Well, he's never been a big dude. Yeah, he's never been a big dude, but...
But, with that being said, guys, we've got nothing else for this episode besides making fun of people. And we can do that while I'm uploading. So, we love y'all. We'll talk to y'all next time. Deuces.
Later.